What is up, guys? Today we're gonna speak about how I became a profitable trader. So I'm gonna tell you a bit about my story, and then I will tell you stuff that you can also do yourself to get the hang of it faster instead of just bumping against the wall for about 3 years. Because I was unprofitable for 3 years. So essentially in 2018, which is about 5 years ago, I started trading crypto. Yes, I was young. I was only 14, 15 at that time. So I didn't have too much knowledge. I was just trading spot on crypto with the funds my brother gave me. And we would just split the profits because he didn't know as much as me and he wanted to, make a little money on the side. And I was there for him. So essentially, well, you had some wins, you had some losses, but you went break even. You had some big losses, you had some big winners. Crypto spot trading is not that hard, so if you had decent capital, it's really a good way to start up. So, anyways, then we fast forward somewhere around 2021, which is where I actually started into crypto futures and day trading and all that stuff because I saw videos on YouTube that slowly started to like teach more and more education because back in 2018, 2019, nobody was really giving out education except from private groups where you had to pay like maybe $300 a month, which is like insane if you look at the value, because they didn't give too much value. They always were like sneaky, you gotta buy my course and all that shit, and then the course was also whack. So yeah, essentially I just started searching on YouTube how to learn trading, this and that. And I used to trade with indicators with the RSI and stuff, but I didn't really like it because you're just depending on some weird ass numbers. So I was like, there's no way people trade like this, right? And then there was a time where I saw all these order books and I was like, yeah, this is the real deal, right? This is where the trading goes on. And I actually went into that path a bit. I was like searching for order books and stuff. And that's when I came up with SMC because there was a guy who had a video. I'm an institutional trader and stuff, and the thumbnail and the text really attracts you. So I wasn't looking at the video, and I saw that guy. He has a naked chart like this. He's marking some areas, and price bounces from that areas, and he makes money from that. So I was like, wow, how did he do that? So I watched a few videos. I went more in depth with his videos. He had a few videos. I can't really remember who it was, but yeah, he had good videos and he explained. And then on the subject, I went to other videos and took a lot of knowledge. And then I started to backtest. And I used TradingView at the start because I didn't know FX Replay existed. But yeah, I tried and SMC was really hard for me. So I didn't really get the hang of it. Maybe it was because it was crypto. I'm not really sure. But I was like switching to retail, which at the time was very, very profitable for me. For like a year, I was very, very profitable at that time. I made good money, and people who had been in my premium that time, or even just were friends with me, knew that I was trading retail and was making decent money. I was like trading trend lines, breakouts for resistance, and they worked, right? Because like on crypto, there's a different, like the volume is way, way less than forex, so it's way, way different, right? It's easier to rug, or how can I say, when a whale sells randomly 100 Bitcoin, it's gonna do more impact, but a person can't sell on the forex market. That wouldn't do shit. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that was a year. And then at 2022, so at 2021 in May, I won top 50 of the Binance leaderboards. There was a competition going on, and I took about 15K home. It was a big competition, and uh, I also made good connections from the leaderboard from two guys. Like I think they were top 30 and top 60, and they also helped me get more into SMC as they were trading SMC. And at that time, I was trading support resistance and stuff. So they also really helped me. And then 2022 came around. I was more looking at SMC, but I was practicing SMC, but I was still trading retail, right? Because I was profitable with it. I just wanted to advance my strategies. And then towards summer 2020, maybe even April, March 2022, my bad, 2022, my bad, which is when I took trading real, real serious. So what I did is I got my trading journal, I got my FX replay, I got my charts naked. I was really every day back testing over and over again with the SMC strategies. I said I'm quitting retail, I'm putting SMC, and that's it. Either SMC or I'm failing. And then I was trading SMC on crypto, which was working for me. It was really, really good. And then in September-ish, I started trading Forex, and that's when all the things turned around. So essentially, the key to being profitable for me was, first of all, I'll go in a few lines. So first of all, I changed my personal habits. So I used to wake up randomly. I cut that. I wake up at the same time every day, which is 10 a.m. And if I don't, then I lose my discipline. Of course, there are days where you don't. Let's say, for example, I'm not gonna trade tomorrow. Then I don't really want to wake up at 10 a.m. Or let's say it's a different day. It's a special day. I wake up earlier or later. Then that's completely fine. But you should stick to a habit. You should make a habit for yourself. Like 10 a.m. I wake up. I shower. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I do this. I get it. I put on my clothes, and then what? It's like 11 a.m. and then you get on the charts, trade for 2 hours, then you go out, you go run, you go to the gym, you read a book, you go to school. Like you have to have a set habit, and you have to do this every day, every day, so your mind will get normal to all this stuff. Because if your mind is not normal with the habit you're having and with the routine you have, your mind is gonna be fucked up, because your mind doesn't know what the fuck you're doing, and it's gonna be like, bro, what you doing, right? And wants the same shit every day, which is easier to adapt to. Oh my bad. So you should always focus on doing the same things. Like, I'm not saying the same things every day, but like keeping a routine, a habit is very, very good for yourself. Also for your mental health, because being profitable trader, 99% or even 90% is mentally. If you win mentally, you can even trade 1 minute support and resistance. Trust me, you will be profitable, because the most of the thing is just purely mental. Let's say, for example, I used to be profitable, but I used to overtrade. If I didn't overtrade back in that time, I could have been profitable way before, or even more profitable, but it wasn't, because I was overtrading, greed trading, and all my profits were getting wasted. So the first thing was getting a habit, right? That's the most important thing. The second thing is actually gonna be the second thing is actually gonna be greed trading and overtrading and trading rules. First of all, back in the day, I was very hectic with overtrading. I used to overtrade a lot, and a lot of my friends know. So what I used to do is I used to delete my MT4 app after I'm done with the day, and I didn't install it anymore. And yes, may sound hectic, but it's a start. And if you ask me why, let's say, for example, you're on the charts, right, but you don't have your MT4. On the charts, you see a setup, you want to take it, but by the time you download your app, you log into your platform account, you set your trade is already done. So you're not even interested or bothered to download it again, which is the most important thing, right? So this is a start for everything. And that's what I did for a month. And after a month, I didn't have any issues with having my app on my phone. So what you do is just delete that shit, come back the next day, and go again. It's as easy as that, because the market does not go anywhere. The market never goes anywhere, but your mind is so fucked up that it thinks the market is going anywhere, which it isn't. But your mind is just in a place where it thinks you're going anywhere, but it doesn't, right? You can't make unlimited profits. That doesn't exist. Every day is a new day. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing, I got a few other things as well. The third thing is probably selecting a session only trading. So first of all, if you're trading outside a session or a kill zone, you're retarded. I'm gonna be straight up with you, because you're trading with no volume. Let's say, for example, I'm trading EU, right? EU. Let me delete all this. It's also a trade recap I recorded, which I will be uploading. It might be uploaded by now, but yeah. Let's say, for example, I'm trading EU. I don't want to trade EU anywhere, anywhere outside New York and London kill zone, right? Of course, if I have a trade, I can hold outside the kill zones, but I don't want to look for a setup inside a kill zone. That doesn't exist, because there's no volume. You're just forcing trades with no volume. right? Instead of hitting TP in 10 minutes, it's gonna take 3 4 hours, which is not worth the mental damage you're getting, because you're on the charts the whole day watching trade go up down. Instead, if it took 10 minutes, you're done for the day, right? So you should respect the session, like search a session for yourself, right? Let's say you want to trade Asia, but you can't trade EU, then you're gonna look for Asian pair. AUD USD is an Asia pair. You can look for GBP JPY. You can look for maybe GBP, I don't know, not GBP, like a JPY pair, USD JPY maybe, like an Asian pair, right? And if you trade London, you can look at GBP USD, Euro USD. Trading gold in London is the worst thing to do. London is only for New York kill zone. London is only for New York kill zone. What I mean by kill zone is the times where there are most volume in the market, right? And these are the best times to trade because price moves fast, delivers fast, which is what we need. We need these profits to be hit fast, right? So yeah, so what do we have now? First of all, we have our habits. Second of all, what do we have? Well, we have the session, right? We have habits, we have session, and then second of all, we have deleting our app, right? So these are 3 steps, first of all. And then the fourth step is collecting data, which is very, very important. Because if somebody asks you what is your average win rate and what is your average RR, and you don't know that, how can you be a profitable trader? Because let's say, for example, you're losing 20 trades in a row, but your win rate is 70%, right? You can still lose 10 trades more and then win 70 in a row. So if you don't know your win rate and your edge, then you will ask yourself, should I switch a strategy and all that stuff? But if you know your win rate, let's say for example, I know my win rate, right? If I lose X amount of trades in a row, I know the following X amount of trades are gonna be a win. So I'm not worried. I'm not worried about changing a strategy. I'm not worried about my mindset, about none of that. And like even on the average win rate, let's say your win rate is 80% and you lost 20 in a row, you can adjust your risk size to that, right? Um, you can adjust your risk size to that. So let's say, for example, you can lose 20 trades in a row, you want to risk less. If you can lose 5 trades in a row, then you can risk more, right? So all that stuff is very, very important because collecting no data is not important. Collecting data is important. I mean, apologies. So yeah, also backtesting is very, very important. But the thing with backtesting is you should always include live conditions, meaning spread, split pitch, and all that stuff. So yeah, you should keep attention to that. So we have 4 steps now, right? Collecting data, we have backtesting and collect data. We have habits, we have deleting our app, and we have session. So we have now 4 steps. And then you could look for more steps, but I'd say these 4 steps are the most important steps. If you do these, you will have a good, like how can I say this? But you will have a good start of getting to the profitable side. But of course, experience kills TA. So let's say for example, if I trade EU for 5 years, I don't even have to draw my chart. Let's say I'm trading Bitcoin for like 5 years now, right? I don't have to draw my chart and I know where price is gonna go, most likely, right? You can have a fail, you can have a stuff. For example, what did I have here? I even told it in the server I had a sell here. Look, I'm 1 to 4, easy, just like that. Or was it 1 to 3 actually? Just by respecting this zone, I was not even looking for a reaction or anything. I just knew price was gonna come, take this low, and then make a move, which it did, and now price took this. I probably expect Bitcoin to go higher, but we'll see about that later on. So, like, experience is very, very important in the market because if you have 500 times the same market condition, then the 500 first time, you will know what's gonna happen, right? You have already seen this scenario before, right? So yeah, I'd say these are the steps that start. Of course, there's gonna be following steps, which you're gonna find out because every trader itself has a different edge and a different strategy and a different, situation. Because how can I say this? Somebody in need of money and there's somebody not in need of money, right? Let's say for example you're a trader, You should never trade with the money you can't afford to lose. And if you do, then you're gonna blow the account. You can win two to three trades in a row and you can think you're the go, but you're gonna blow the account eventually because I done this before. I had like $500 on my account, and that's the money I needed. It was important money, right? I don't need it, but like it's big money for me at that time. I was like 16 maybe, and I made 2K, and I was so happy. I think I'm the GOAT, so I'm risking more, and boom, I blow the account in an hour. So I made in a week, and I blew it in an hour. So all that work, you're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be psychological shit and that. So I quit trading for a while there, like 2 to 3 weeks, and I felt bad. But it's part of the game. So you like, let's say for example, I didn't continue to trade, I wouldn't be here right now. There wouldn't be Flex Trades. I wouldn't be profitable. I wouldn't be making money. I wouldn't be having such a good life. I wouldn't say it's a crazy life, but it's a good life, right? What I'm living. I'm not trying to brag here. I'm just trying to show you what being consistent and being disciplined can get you, which is far, far, far more than you expect because discipline kills motivation. Discipline kills everything. If you have discipline, if you stick to your rules, you're gonna be way, way better than anybody. Like, just trust me. And also, a thing I want to mention is when you're going for a prop firm, let's say you're trying to buy a 10K account. If you can't buy the account 5 times, don't buy it because you will emotionally attach to it. Let's say, for example, I'm on a 50K, right? And I have 10K in my bank account. I can easily afford to lose this 50K and have no worries. I can buy 20 times. But if I buy at 300K, which is 1.2K, okay, that's still not big of a deal. But if I had 2K in my account, then that's gonna impact me bigger because I'm gonna be like, I'm risking 3K I trade, but I only have 2K in my pocket, so you know that doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up, right? So you always want to be realistic. You always want to be realistic to yourself. You want to be you want to be a person that doesn't give a fuck about the markets. Like, for example, here you're a bitch. The market is my bitch. I don't care what anybody says. I will milk the markets until I'm rich. And if you don't have this mindset, then you're retarded. If you're scared of the market, you're retarded. What are you scared of? Two candles? Stop being a pussy. Stop being a bitch, right? It's just two candles, up or down. You just gotta guess. Gotta guess correctly with the correct analysis. You don't gamble. We don't do none of that shit. You just follow your plan. High time frame analysis, which also is a key thing. What a lot of traders don't do, which is the step to profitability. You have to have higher time frame analysis. If your daily and your 4 hour and your 50 minute aligns with each other, you're gonna have a way, way better trade. Of course, you can catch a counter trend retracement. Of course, you can. But what is the likeliness of catching such a trade, which is a 1 to 3, or catching a big, big, fat trade to the trend with the trend? Let's say the trend is bullish, right? I'd rather long here, right? And catch a 1 to 6 than I short here, right? And catch a 1 to 3, which is bigger risk and less reward, right? Because you're risking more because you're counter trend and you have less reward, right? And now, of course, this was counter trend, but you know what I mean. The high time frame is very, very important, right? So now we had 5 steps: higher time frame analysis. We had deleting the app when you're not disciplined. We had backtesting, collecting data. We had the habit, and we had the session. And I could also add this: focus on one pair, which I am doing right now, EU. I don't trade anything besides EU. Yes, there may be people asking me, what do you think about this pair? And if I see a nice setup, I could maybe take it, but I don't trade anything else. Look, I wake up, I do markups for EU, and I go and I get going my day. It's EU or nothing else. If I don't find a setup on EU, I'll see you tomorrow. That's it. I don't force a trade on another pair. And if you're a high time frame trader, then yes, maybe you can look for 2 to 3 pairs. That's very, very normal. But if you're a trader who trades on the 1 minute with the hot, like, of course I have higher time frame analysis, but my entries are on the 1 minute. So I can easily find 1 to 2 setups a day. And if I don't, I see it tomorrow. But if I do, I get my setups, I go in and I go in big, right? I go in with A plus setups, nothing else. I only trade A plus setups. I don't trade B plus. I don't trade this. I don't... The issue with a lot of traders as well is that they are like taking setups which they shouldn't be taking, but they take a bit less risk, right? They risk 0.25% and be like, yeah, I'm risking less anyway. But they don't, like, even if the trade goes to profit, they don't understand that the mental damage you have by not discipline, by not respecting your rules, is way way bigger than just making two profits, right? So yeah, just respects these rules, and trust me, if you're not profitable, I will open my ass and run fucking through the whole street, right? Of course, this won't come in one day, but if you have discipline and do what I say over time, you will see a big, big change. Do this for 2 months, only 2 months, all the rules I set for 2 months. And after 2 months, if it doesn't work, come back to me, right? Come back to me, tell me I'm a bitch, and go back to what you were doing, which was gambling, okay? So, yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope this video made sense, and I hope this video will help you getting your new edge or just increasing your profitability or whatever. So, yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I know I spoke a lot, but if you listen to this, it makes a lot of sense. If you know, and if you don't know, you start to fucking know, because this is not bullshit. I'm speaking facts. And you can say whatever the fuck you want, but if you don't want to listen to me, you won't get anywhere. And I'm not saying I'm the only one who speaks right? There are a lot of people who also speak the same with me. And shout out to them, because they're speaking realities, speaking facts. You're not gonna get rich overnight. Trading is a big, big game. It's very, very hard to get profitable in trading. You need discipline. Discipline, discipline, discipline. Alright? So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all that bullshit. We gotta grow. We gotta do what it do. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Peace.